In this video on Milanote. As you can see, I have two little boards that you can see on here. I'm on the free plan of Milanote, so I don't have much storage space, so I was only able to do this for two of my OCs, but in this video, as you know, we're going to be talking about Kai and Rome. I have yet to finish Kai's outfit references. I still have two left to do, but I'm getting there. I just have to do the coloring and a little bit of rendering on both of them, and then they will be up on the site. But I figured that first I'm gonna go ahead and take and show you guys the board I made for Kai. Now this will be up in my Artfight, and I will link my Artfight under this video because I realized I can do that. So I'm gonna in the description link the my Artfight account, so you guys can go check this out for yourself. I have a link to it, so you guys can go on and check this out. So for Kai's board, I have like a little intro over here that I'll go ahead and read. Welcome to Kai's idea/mood board. I'm making this to help give a better idea of my OC and his personality, and just some ideas on him to help y'all understand him and maybe fall in love with him as much as I have. As I have put in his bio on Artfight, he has autism. He is more high functioning, however. He has a lot of sensory issues. He can't do bright, bold colors. As he has sensitive eyes, he hates the texture of velvet, and he can be a picky eater as he has safe foods he tends to gravitate towards. He's in college to become a chef, so culinary, but he also has but also to get out of his toxic home environment. Overall, I'd say he's a pretty well-rounded character, as I'm writing a book for him on Wattpad called Comfort Zone. It does need me going through and fixing some things, but I'll add a link to it for anybody who wants to check it out. And as you can see over here, I do have a link for it. You get all the trigger warnings and stuff like that in the description of said link. Also, I added some of my old drawings for Kai on the board. You can see I have quite a few here. I didn't add too many. You can see I have another little information kiosk, as I will call it. Kai's story is about comfort and having to find comfort. Also found family. Kai had never had a normal childhood. Well, before he was diagnosed with autism, he did. He did at least a seemingly loving family. But it fell apart quickly. I want Kai to be seen as a character who overcome a lot of things and made it out thriving. He adores his baby sister, and a good part of what I planned for his story is him fighting to gain custody. So I have a few images that I found on Milanote for a stock, which is all photos that have these little tags underneath that says photo by so-and-so. You can see I have a couple ones just to give like a brief vibe of how I want his story to go. I really like the stuffed animals. And then if you go over here, I have fun images for Kai. The sweater, I'd love to see if anybody drew him in that sweater. Genuinely, I found it on Pinterest, and I think it's a really lovely sweater. I also have this hand fidgeting thing because I think Kai would fidget with his hands a lot. I also have some... Oh no! What did that do? Okay. I don't know what I did. I have to be careful. I also have these little, character things that I found on Pinterest where I mark, who in his relationship is what. So you see Kai is the one that would be afraid of love, while Rome is dedicated to love and care. Rome is very talkative, while Kai is a listener. Rome is unapologetically social, and Kai is painfully shy. I have things he likes, which mainly consist of strawberry pancakes, cooking, specifically cookbooks, and green tea. And then I also made a little playlist up here for Kai, so you guys can go check that out if you need. Okay, I finally got his clothes preferences done. Now, this one took me quite a bit of time, so I'll tell you exactly how long, because it is a ridiculous amount of time for myself. 7 hours and 23 minutes. This took me. That's how long this fucking piece took me. Now, I guess it's for a multiple reason, because originally it was going to be different. I wasn't going to do an outfit uh page for him, but I've been seeing a lot of other people do it, and I figured Kai is one of my OCs that have a few different outfits. Not a lot of my OCs have different set outfits, so this is probably gonna only be for Kai. So I have 4 outfits in total for him, which is his main fit, his work outfit, a fancy outfit for him, and then a sleep outfit for him. Just to be fun with it, just to get some little sprinkle. Um, I'm very excited for Artfight. It is my first year, and I guess you guys can tell because I'm still on it, trying to make sure everything's looking good for my characters. People got all that they need for my characters. So yeah. So I'm very excited. Before this, Kai only had 1 photo up on his page. Now he has 2 at the moment, which is just one little standalone image of the first little standing piece I did of him, which is of his main fit, which is the most important, and then the full piece that you'll see here with all the outfits, as well as some little hearts that show the colors to help people color pick for him. So I do hope that helps. I am with in light of doing this, it's making me want to write more on their story, on Kai's story, and it's making me want to get back into writing Nanashi's as well. I have went ahead and posted the scrapped work of Nanashi's story for now for the Artfight season, just so people can go through and read that if they would like. And then yeah, so that's on her Milanote board, but we will get into that when I do one of these for Nanashi. I'm so excited to do one for Nanashi. As you can tell. If you can tell. You can probably tell. So this video is cropped very poorly. But it gets better. I promise, y'all. I promise. This is making me put my ass in gear. I'm telling you, I still have a few things I want to do. I don't know if I want to do any more on Kai after this, because this did take me 7 hours just for this. So I don't know. I'm unsure at the moment, but if I do more on Kai, you'll see him later on, but I do need to get my ass in gear and work on Rome, so he actually has a proper profile pic and some proper references, because I just got an inkling that if any of my characters end up getting drawn, it's probably going to be from my comfort zone uh story or Nanashi. Either or, I don't mind. I'm so excited for Artfight, and just the prospects of just the sheer possibility that somebody's gonna look at my page and see my OCs and maybe fall in love with them as much as I do. I am. That would be lovely. I'm so excited. But even more so, I'm very excited to be looking at other people's OCs and getting my greedy little paws on them and drawing other people's OCs. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. And yes, I do know that there is a possibility I get no drawings of my OCs, and that's completely fine too. Although it would suck if I end up doing this whole art fight and spend all this time on it and get nothing back for my OCs. But if I don't, I'm gonna try not to get too upset with that and just deal with it and continue up. Because I am very excited about the prospects of being able to find and draw other people's OCs. So hopefully that outweighs any disappointment I may feel come art fight time. I am just very excited. So for Kai's video, I don't know what to talk about. I realized as I was making Kai's Millinote board, I haven't talked about him like I have my other OCs. I thought I made a video on this man forever ago. Apparently I didn't. Apparently I didn't. So let me go on Kai's page. Kai is 5'10", he is 18, which may change. He is autistic, he hates bright colors as they hurt his eyes. He's a college student as a culinary major. He is MLM, which is Man Loves Men. And he raises his little sister. That's the basic information. Some information I have forgotten about him is he also hates big crowds and loud crowds, and he often goes out of the house with headphones. I forgot to add them. I didn't really think about it because it is a part of his character I tend to forget. But I do have in my book on him that I have written, and it's on his Millinote. Link to that. So maybe if some people draw that, they'll draw one of the scenes from my book. I would cry happy tears. Y'all don't understand. I am so excited. So fucking excited. And the very idea that people will see my OCs is making me happy. So I'm happy as long as a couple people at least check out my page. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. If I get some comments and I get praise from other artists that I draw, I'm gonna be even more happy and excited. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself all positive. I did talk with a moderator because I had a question regarding adding a Millinote board to my character's profile, which they said it was okay. So I'm very glad. I'm very glad about that. And they did seem fairly professional. I've been hearing some bad things about the mods in Artfight, so quite scared. I'm very scared. I do have a couple artists that I have planned to do some attacks for, as I am looking for characters to draw in attacks. So I am linking my Artfight down in the description of this video, and anybody who follows me on Artfight, I will try and attack at least one of your characters. It's not a guarantee, depending on how many people follow me from this, but it's only like a few. I'll try and keep up on it. My goal is for this Artfight to at least do a drawing a day. That is my goal. Doing a drawing a day of my own attacks, and that's not even including defenses if I have any. So I do intend to do some defenses if I get anybody who attacks my characters. I want to do a little defense for them because I feel like that would be nice. That is hopeful thinking. I don't know how long my motivation for this is going to last because I've never done one of these before. But most likely I will try and keep up to that standard of a drawing a day, an attack a day, and maybe even the defense a day, depending on how I'm feeling. So that is very much hopeful thinking, but again, I'm hoping that's how it's going to work. So yeah, if you follow me on Artfight, there is a high possibility that you will get on my little hit list, I guess. I didn't make a hit list because I don't know how to do that. But my hit list is just gonna be people that love me. That's gonna be my hit list. So far I have already ish. I plan to draw one of their characters. And then 3 others, as well as some characters I went through and bookmarked. Let me see. Bookmark characters, let me see. Unorganized. So far I have 6 characters that I am planning to do, that I would love to do, and love to draw. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next part of the video, because I've yapped too much about this. Okay, moving on to Rome. I swear this fucker, every time I try and draw this fucker, this little shit gives me so many issues. So many problems. Okay? Look in the background. Okay? Count how many different poses and references I try and use for this fucker. I want you to count and tell me how many I scrap here. 'Cause it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. And I am satisfied with the piece that has come out of this. But it's not what I was expecting at all. And I still have to do at least a good quarter body shot for him so people know his build. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that one. I don't want to think about that one right now. This motherfucker gives me so many issues. This little fucker. Okay. Anyway, so I don't really want to talk about this because this isn't the piece that I end up sticking with. Spoiler alert. It was cute, and then I was having problems with Kai. So I just scrapped that, and I moved on to the one that I do end up, there he is, the one I end up going with, because I figured I needed a headshot for his profile pic anyway, so I'd just do something easy, maybe get the creative juices flowing. But anyway, today, as I'm filming the voiceover for this, as of right now, was the team reveal for Artfight. And y'all throwing a party for me or something? The first year I joined, I have 3 gorgeous teams to pick from. 3! To my knowledge, Artfight has only ever had 2 teams. This year it has 3? The drama, the scandal. Oh my. Anyway, I'm Team Tragedy. I'll put my little card that I made up here. I basically did it for nothing because I can't figure out how to put it up on my Artfight. So, y'all enjoy this beautiful card I made that's on screen now. Okay, have we enjoyed it? Have we taken it in? One of the hardest part about filling in that card was picking between my babies on who's getting featured on my card. I had to pick between my babies. It was so hard. I ended up going with one from each of my stories. So you get Kai, you get Nanashi, you get Bunny, you get Ghost. Who's the last one? Hold on. It was my baby It was my baby Leona. I can't say her name ever. I gave her the hardest name to say for me. Leona. It's so easy, yet so hard for me to say sometimes. I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyway, I was originally going to scrap this headshot as well for Rome. Back on topic, by the way. And then I'm like, I'm just going to keep working with it because I am in some art rut and I want to learn how to work through that art rut so that way I can keep going during fucking July. Please let me keep going through July. I need it. I need this. I feel like SpongeBob. I need it. I'm so excited right now. I want to make some good pieces that I can feel happy about during Artfight. That be the goal. That be the main, the backup goal, possibly. Anyway, I want you guys to let me know. This piece, at the end, you're gonna get like a little screenshot of the finished piece so you guys can tell me. But would you consider the final rendering I do on this piece polished? For those who do Artfight, would you consider it a polished piece? Because I need to know, because that's like my end goal for all of my pieces. So, if it's considered polished, then I'm gonna aim for that for all of my pieces on Artfight. Because, y'all, I have this problem. I think it's an ADD thing, but I have this problem. When I start a piece, I can never not finish it. Okay? I can never not finish it. Like, I have very few, there's the final piece, but I have very few where I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna finish this, and usually it's just scrapped work that I never show anybody. So, would you consider this one polished? Please do let me know in the comments if you do. or not. Because I need to know to get like a baseline for Artfight on what pieces I should put as polished. If you say no, then I know that something of that level isn't considered that way, or polished enough. So I won't mark it for like any of those that are on that level. But anything else that's higher done and higher quality, your girl's going for the polish button for all of her drawings. And I don't mean that I'm gonna put it down if it's just a sketch. No, I don't play like that. I mean full rendering all of my pieces. Full rendering, detail. That is shit. That's what I'm planning to do, and I'm hoping I can do it. I'm so hoping I can do it. I hate rendering, but I'm gonna pull through because these people deserve the best. They deserve the very best. I'm so excited. And on my list, 2 of my followers are on the same team as me. So friendly fire. We doing friendly fire, man. Friendly fire. I hope I filled out the card right. I genuinely do. I don't know. Y'all notice anything wrong about this drawing? I'll tell you for free. I forgot his glasses until the very end of this, and I had to quickly rush to add them on. Oh, I've never felt more stupid in my whole entire life. I always forget something on my characters. I always do. It's always something. For fucking Kai, it's his freckles and his facial hair. For Rome, it will forever be his glasses. I always forget this man's glasses. So you'll see at the end of this video that I took and I speed run to add his glasses. It didn't take me too long, but I did add them, and I think it looks a hell of a lot better with glasses. Okay, we're ignoring his hand. I freehand that. Okay, we ignore his fingers, his handsies. But other than that, I love this piece. I love how it turned out for Rome specifically. I do want to do some character interactions on this video, and I'm hoping I can do that. I also made Rome his own little Spotify playlist. I believe I linked it on his Artfight. Let me see if I did. If not, I'll go through and link it after this video. But yes, I have to look on my profile. I have like 19 characters, I think, now up on my Artfight. Hold on, I'll tell you for free in a second. For free. Everything's for free. Yeah, 19 characters. Okay, Rome Pinewood. Let's see. Let's see my boy. Yeah, he does have his Spotify linked. He does have it linked. I just need to add his new photo, and I do want to do a couple character interactions, which you should hopefully be seeing on the screen now. Okay, y'all, so your girl may be a little lazy. I've done so much prep work for Artfight already, and I think it's kind of starting to hit me. I'm in the process of like realizing how much work I still need to do, and I'm kind of freaking out. I still need to do some more drawings for Takashi, and I still need to do some drawings for the King and Jade, as well as some more for Leona, because I don't have a lot for her. So I need to do that still. I'm slowly realizing how much work I have left to do, and I want to make them all Spotify playlists and everything like that. It's so much. It's so much. But I feel like it's gonna be worth it. I also added some of my Death Maze characters onto my Artfight, so like I said, I now have 19 characters in total on my page, which is an ungodly amount because I have the mimic and all of my monster characters, that monster species that I've made personally up there, as well as Miss Ember, which is the doctor or the main antagonist for Death's Maze. So, yeah. It's truly a lot of work. It really is. For Death Maze, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I don't think I'm gonna do any references or anything like that. It's just gonna be what I have for them, which is mainly concept designs and stuff like that. Which isn't a lot, but I feel like if anybody wants to draw them, they can, so that's why I really put them up there. I'd be grateful to get any artwork of my monster OCs, but I wanted to give people that don't do, like, too much humanoid designs a chance to be able to draw couple of my characters. I felt like it would be nice. But anyway, this is all I'm doing here for this one. I may update later on it and do more, and I'm continuing to work on my profile. But for right now, I think that's going to be my last video on this topic because I've made so much. With that, I'm ending this video, so please be sure to like and subscribe. In the description, you will find my Artfight link, as well as a few other links. They'll be labeled, so be sure to check the description of this video. Anyway, goodbye guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.